case to a jury of one. They're always afraid there's going to be a leader that's going to dominate the room. You want to be on a jury, you got to blend in to the crowd because they're scared of leaders, I'll guarantee you. I want to thank all of my guests today, and a special thanks to Michael Weatherly and the cast of Bull, who took time out of their schedule to give a behind-the-scenes peek. I'm proud to say Bull premieres tonight on CBS at 9 o'clock, 8 Central. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
This is Oklahoma's own News on 6.
First at 5, we're 1 hour away from what some call a protest for justice in Tulsa after a police officer shot and killed a man.
This is a live look right now at the Tulsa Police Department, where people are starting to gather to demand the arrest of Tulsa police officer Betty Shelby. They want Officer Shelby arrested and charged for the shooting death of Terrence Crutcher. We the People Oklahoma organized this protest, and they are asking people to bring signs and voices.
Well, there's a prayer vigil just steps away at the Tulsa County Courthouse. News on 6 reporter Tony Russell begins our team coverage there. Tony?
And that group behind me is this prayer vigil. It's a peaceful prayer vigil that happened at 4 o'clock this afternoon. They wrapped up, but earlier they spoke of a message of hope and love for people here in Tulsa, not just Terrence Crutcher, but a lot of them here praying for those involved, law enforcement, people in the community, people feeling some of the hurt and anger after what happened after Friday night's shooting. I had a chance to speak with the people who organized today's vigil, and they say they're here to pray for everyone.
We're also here to pray for our community, for our city, for our nation.
Listen, we are in a world together, and when you cut us, we all bleed red. Listen, we all eat, we all sleep, we all have to drink water, so therefore we're humans and not animals. And because we're not animals, we've got to, in order to make this Tulsa be a better place, we've got to come together.
And Ms. Williams, who I spoke with earlier, that's that lady in red there, she tells me that she's going to take part of her group to that protest, that planned protest that's supposed to happen within the next hour over at TPD. This courthouse is a very tight-packed area here in downtown Tulsa. If you're familiar with it, this is the county courthouse, and that is the police headquarters, so it's just a quick half football field walk, and they'll be there as well, and I'll be there as well coming up in the next hour. Reporting live in Tulsa, Tony Russell, News on 6.
The attorneys for Terrence Crutcher's family say there's no way he could have been trying to reach through his window for a gun when Officer Shelby shot him.
News on 6 reporter Katira Winfrey joins us live with why they are now fighting back against the story being told. Katira?
Crutcher's attorneys were hoping to give pictures to the DA to kind of help push this case forward, but we just found out they were not able to meet with the DA. And all along, they say the police have been saying that Crutcher, it looked like he had been trying to reach through his window to get a gun, and now we know there never was one. And that's the whole point of today's news conference that the lawyers put on. Attorneys say they want to eliminate that argument. Crutcher's attorneys showed enlarged photos that show the driver's side window completely closed. Crutcher stood there moments before the shooting. His attorneys say with so many officers on the scene and them standing so far from Crutcher, lethal force shouldn't have been necessary. And being able to scan through the video frame by frame, they say, will give their argument more strength.
How could he be reaching into the car if the window is up and there's blood on the glass? It is very clear, even when we just try to bring attention to simply the window, you can see that it is completely up and there is blood going almost to the top of the window.
Right here. And the attorneys say the officer Betty Shelby knew there was no gun and she knew the window was closed. Coming up at 6, we'll explain why they say they know that. Reporting live in Tulsa, Katira Winfrey, News on 6.
In just the past hour and a half, we learned Terrence Crutcher's memorial service will be Friday evening at New Heights Christian Center from 4 until 6. His funeral is Saturday at Antioch Baptist Church at 7 in the evening.
Tulsa police say when officers searched Crutcher's SUV after the shooting, they found a vial of liquid PCP, a wallet, and some college textbooks. The attorney for the family says they don't know whether Crutcher was under the influence, but even if he was, they say this was not the proper way to handle the situation. The attorney for the officer says she followed protocol by calling for backup and trying to contain Crutcher, but he wouldn't get on his knees. I'll have more from both sides tonight at 6.
Dash cams and body cams help officers record every minute of a traffic stop or an arrest, but only if the officer has them. In the Crutcher shooting, 3 angles were recorded, 2 from cars and 1 from a helicopter, but there could have been 3, maybe 4 more. News on 6 reporter Emery Bryan joins us live with that story. Emery?
Well, Craig, those other angles would have been there with body cams, but even though Tulsa police got a federal grant to start buying body cams a full year ago, the department still doesn't have them.
The video doesn't show everything that happened, but enough to raise plenty of questions about exactly what officers saw. Body cameras could have cleared that up, but no Tulsa officers have them. The attorneys for the Crutcher family criticized the police department today, implying they had them but didn't turn them on.
When you have interaction with citizens, when you draw weapons, you make sure those body cameras are on and that the audio is working, because we could have heard everything that transpired simply if the officers would have followed what I believe is their protocol and turn on the body cameras. Why else have them?
While many departments surrounding Tulsa have body cameras, Tulsa does not. Many Tulsa police cars have cameras on the dash, and while that's useful for video of a pursuit, other interactions are usually more difficult to see. A year ago, Tulsa got a more than $500,000 grant to start buying cameras, but the department still has not settled on what to buy.
Now, the officer involved in the Crutcher shooting had a dash cam in her car, but it wasn't recording. Those dash cams, police tell us, are triggered when the emergency lights are activated, but hers were not activated, and therefore that dash cam camera was not recording at the time. Of course, it would have recorded those crucial moments before what we've seen already when she first encountered Mr. Crutcher. Reporting live outside the police department, Emery Bryan, News on 6.
Tulsa's All Souls Unitarian Church will hold a community service tomorrow for people looking for an outlet for support after Terrence Crutcher's death. The special service is called Hope, Rage, and Resilience. It's going to begin at 6:30 tomorrow night, and organizers say since police released the video of the shooting, many people are angry and shocked, so they want to provide a safe and peaceful place for them to come together. Tulsa Mayor Dewey Bartlett is asking for patience this evening.
Mayor Bartlett told us today that he hopes everyone will let the system work because he says there will be justice in this case.
There is no even a semblance of any kind of cover-up. We want to make certain that everything that is possible is given not only to the public, that this thing has to go through its process, and as it has in the past, a result will be given, and it'll be done in a transparent way that people will know that the system has worked well.
And you can watch Mayor Bartlett's entire interview right now inside the video section of newson6.com. And new at 5 o'clock, a federal jury finds Jesse Leverington, a Tulsa man, guilty of robbing banks. Investigators say Leverington was caught on surveillance video robbing 4 banks in 7 days. 3 of those were here in Oklahoma. He will be sentenced in December. And right now, OSBI agents are helping the Creek County Sheriff's Office investigate the death of a man killed in Manford today. Family members told deputies Ronald Bethel went outside to confront 2 people who were stealing from him. They say one of those men shot and killed Bethel.
Right now we have crime scene agents who are processing the scene. They are gathering all the physical evidence that they can find at the scene, and from that we'll try to piece that together.
Investigators say the 2 men left in a black pickup with a generator in the back.
Okmulgee County deputies arrested a Henrietta brother and sister suspected of growing marijuana. Investigators tell us they found about 50 plants growing outside Dell and Nathaniel Pangel's home. They also say they found a hidden room inside the house where more plants were growing.
And new since noon, the city of Collinsville says the water there is safe to drink, even though it might smell and taste badly. Several people complained online that the water tasted like dirt and looked pretty murky. The city says this happens when the lake temperature changes, which stirs up the bottom of the lake. The city says workers adjusted the treatment process and that water should be back to normal by the end of the week.
This just in, the government slapped Whole Foods with a $3.5 million fine for mishandling hazardous waste at its Oklahoma facilities. The EPA also found violations at stores in Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and New Mexico. Whole Foods says the problems have been fixed and all facilities will comply with environmental regulations in the future. Tulsa broke ground on the gathering place 2 years ago today. The project manager told us today the project is 30% complete. You can see from Osage Sky News 6 HD the site has really been transformed, but it's still a long way from being done. Most of the work until now has involved moving dirt to change the landscape. Workers are now starting at the south end, covering the Riverside Drive tunnels with soil.
And a stretch of Highway 412 in Pawnee County is back open this evening. Crews closed it for 5 hours while they wrangled cattle that got loose after a semi rolled. News on 6 sent out this text alert as Osage Sky News 6 HD flew over the highway live.
They had 12 cattle escape. We can see out here as we come to the right, still some cattle being contained out here on the side of the road between the service road where the detour traffic is being put. They're no longer a hazard.
And one crew rounded up the cattle and put them into another trailer while others got the truck back on its wheels.
It was a hot day for man and beast today as we had another day with soaring heat index values again this afternoon, and even right now we're still above 100 is what it feels like. 106 in Tulsa. A lot of triple-digit heat across the area is what it feels like. Again, what it feels like to us is actually what it is to our bodies because we have to find a way to cool off. Humidity values are very high, and that's why the numbers here for our heat indexes are so high. 106 right now in Broken Arrow and downtown Tulsa. That's just ridiculous for this late in the season, but that's what it is. Actual temperatures hanging in the mid to upper 90s throughout the metro. The coolest spot is 92 at Skytook. As we go on into the evening hours, our quick cast showing us that we do feel the effects of that through 6 o'clock tonight, 105, and we're looking at temperatures slowly falling by 10 o'clock. So the heat waves around for how long? Details in that forecast coming up shortly.
Okay, thank you, Travis.
All right.
Well, why the city of Tulsa is spending $70,000 to get more people walking downtown.
And how you can save money every day when you go fill up your car. But next.
There will be an additional fee of $5,250.
An Oklahoma man has a warning about a well-known travel site after he got hit with a big fee he wasn't expecting.
A massive flood, but this one was different.
I'm Travis Meyer. It's been 30 years. What lessons this should have taught us, and are we ready for the next time?
Wednesday night at 10 on News on 6. We take your family's safety seriously.
Automakers recall millions of cars
when their safety is threatened.
A new way thieves are trying to get money.
Whether it's crime, school, illnesses, products, or scams.
An alternative to the EpiPen.
Start your day prepared with 6 in the morning.
It's time for the model year-end blowout at Bob Hurley GMC Buick. All of these 2016 Buick Encores are part of the event, and they have to go. They're priced to move at just $19,900. Shop now at bobhurleygm.com.
Good news. Look.
What?
You don't get it. Brianna!
Right here.
Oh, come here.
Why am I staring at a pot of water?
You too. Honey! Honey!
What? The range is broken.
Love of my life.
When is bad news good news? When you can upgrade to a new energy-efficient natural gas range. You'll see long-term energy savings that help lower your utility bills and get up to $200 in rebates from Oklahoma Natural Gas. That is good news.
It's gonna be a wild ride at Hard Rock Casino Tulsa during hot summer nights, where you can win over $1 million guaranteed in cash and prizes. Earn entries daily every month this summer for your chance to win prizes or tons of cash every Saturday. This September, you have 3 chances to win amazing cash and prizes at 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. It's gonna be a wild ride with over $1 million in cash and prizes, only at Hard Rock Casino Tulsa.
It's time Time for the model year-end blowout at Bob Hurley GMC Buick. And all of the GMC Sierra double cabs have got to go. Take $11,000 off 2016 GMC Sierra double cabs. That's 11 grand off. Shop now at bobhurleygm.com.
I'm Michelle. I'm a cancer survivor at Hillcrest, and I'm also a volunteer. It's not just you. It affects your whole family. It affects everybody around you. And so you need a team. I got to see how hard they work for every patient. I was just completely enamored by their hard work. I asked if I could volunteer. Even walking through this, you can be a blessing to others. I don't know why anybody would want to go anywhere else but Hillcrest.
Medical Minute, sponsored by Hillcrest Healthcare System.
An Oklahoma family says they think they've been scammed after trying to book a vacation through a well-known travel site. The Thompsons say they received a fax with a TripAdvisor logo on it offering $99 per person vacation packages. They say the timing was perfect because their son, who's an Air Force reservist, returns home next month.
So we were planning this as a vacation for the entire family, celebrate his return.
But when they went to finalize that booking, the family found out it would cost them an additional $5,000. We called the company to ask about the situation, but were put on hold, and no one ever came back on the line.
A new report out today from AAA says people are wasting billions of dollars by filling up their cars with premium gas. Those experts say a lot of people unnecessarily upgrade from regular to premium gas because they think it's going to help their engine run better, but those experts say that's not true.
But the truth is, if your car is designed to run on regular gasoline, using the premium fuel or 93 octane isn't going to make it run better, get better fuel economy, or have lower emissions.
And they say typically only high performance or luxury cars require premium gas.
And in this evening's Medical Minute, the FDA just approved the first ever drug for muscular dystrophy. The medication is called Adonis 51, and it treats patients with a rare form of the muscular dystrophy. There are 200 Oklahoma families registered with the MDA Association. Remember, you can read all the latest health stories at newson6.com/medical minute. Well, after another hot day on the Osage Casino Skycam Network, Travis tells us which day is going to be 20 degrees cooler.
And next, how Tulsa is stepping up efforts to make it easier for people to walk around downtown.
High-definition programming on the News on 6, sponsored by Cox, Tulsa's best choice for HD.
Purchasing a pre-owned vehicle shouldn't leave you worrying about the unknown. At Jim Glover Chevrolet, buy with confidence with our Glover Guarantee that provides a free lifetime vehicle warranty, a 72-hour exchange, and more. Plus, choose from our massive selection at the best prices in Oklahoma.
Like this gorgeous Lexus CT200 for $0 down and just $319 a month. And don't miss this exceptional Subaru Outback, again $0 down and only $319 a month.
Jim Glover Chevrolet, I-44 Memorial.
95 red vans helping people all over Oklahoma.
Ray and Rob here with Mullen.
Your garbage disposal can cause unpleasant odors that start in the kitchen and then spread throughout the house. Clean your disposal by dropping a few ice cubes and a squirt of lemon juice inside the disposal. Turn on the disposal and run cold water for a few seconds until all the ice is gone.
Call Mullen today. 918-258-6636. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if you need a red van.
We're Mullen. How can we help you?
Technology is a living thing. It listens to us.
How may I help you?
It shows us the way. It expands our minds and gives us vision where once we had none. This is how civilization moves forward. This
is how we get coffee.
The 2016 Corolla. Technology on a whole other level.
Right now, get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a stylish new 2016 Corolla. Toyota, let's go places.
A lot has been said about the 2016 Chevrolet Camaro. Though most are just left speechless.
Find your tag and get 16% of MSRP cash back on select remaining 2016 Camaro vehicles in stock. That's over $7,200 cash back on this Chevy Camaro.
So the teacher that had the biggest impact in my life was my high school algebra teacher, Mrs. Smashy. She had a tremendous impact not only on my life, but on a lot of kids' lives. And the thing about her that was so special is that you knew she cared. You could see it in her eyes. You could see it on her face. She had the most caring heart. And she was patient and kind and never made us feel stupid, even when we were struggling to get a subject. And I will never forget her, and I certainly appreciate her.
Tulsa City leaders recently approved spending more than $70,000 on a walkability study for downtown.
News on 6 anchor Megan Farley explains.
Jeff Speck is here for the whole week, walking Tulsa street by street, and he immediately noticed a problem in the East Village.
Cars go faster, that there are more injuries to pedestrians, bicyclists, and drivers.
As the trucks whizzed by us, his simple fix turned these one-way streets into two-way.
It was easy to do once, and it's easy to revert as well.
Tuesday, he met with business owners in both the East Village and Blue Dome districts. This group wants their neighborhoods better connected.
We walk from the East Village down into Blue Dome.
Because it's easier.
Because it's so much easier.
Here you've got a lot of beautiful buildings. You have a downtown core and other little districts like this that have a lot to attract you to them, but you just don't feel safe walking along the streets.
It's not an if, it's when they're going to hit somebody.
I frankly don't feel safe walking on 2nd Street because it feels like a highway, or that cars are coming off the highway at high speed onto a street that looks and feels like a highway.
Speck will spend the rest of the week with other business owners in Tulsa's downtown, many of them pointing out that this study can help generate economic development.
They understand there's a lot of momentum that the citizens have to make that happen faster, which is kind of why we're here.
Speck will present the final report to the public in early 2017. Megan Farley, News on 6.
Now, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
You're going for a walk tonight. It's a warm late afternoon, early evening time period for many folks, not only here in Oklahoma, but surrounding areas. I mean, these are some seriously hot temperatures that go all the way from Nebraska and Iowa back down into Texas, and a little unusual. We're not quite to record territory, but pretty close. And that gives you an idea that things are a little out of whack. Well, it's going to kind of change as we get into the weekend. But to get there, we have very warm weather, and this is just a warm scoop of moisture coming in from out of the Gulf. We have a lot of moisture out to the west of us from the leftovers of Hurricane Payne, and it's moisture, tropical moisture that is coming up across these areas. In fact, it's raining now in Southern California like it was last night, but we'll still be sunny and hot here, unlike California. And then as we look on into the time period for Thursday morning, really no change. Temperatures in the 60s. We do see the boundary just to the north of us. And then as we go through the daytime hours, once again, south breezes. Temperatures still in the 90s across a big chunk of our area. Out to the west, still some rain, even some rain and thunderstorms in Phoenix, Arizona. Holy cow. All right, so we've got summer going on right now. That's still going to keep on for a while longer. You can see them pretty much just not even that hazy. It is a little hazy, but it's 97. Heat index 106. Now this happens this time of year, but not this often, and this is one big long surge of it, that is for sure. South-southeast wind now, only a light breeze at 8 miles per hour, humidity 45%, pressure's rising. So we are still dealing ragweed. It's still high, so if you suffer with allergies, it's nasty old ragweed. Now, as far as temperatures, as we were mentioning, it's hot, 98, the hot spot right now for Glenpool and Sapulpa, and Sand Springs, 97 Jinx, downtown Tulsa, Owasso to Catoosa. We've cooled off a couple of degrees out around the Broken Arrow area. And as we look across the region, temperatures running in the 90s. Everybody's in on it except for Fayetteville, Arkansas at 89. So tonight through the morning, relatively quiet, still quite a bit of moisture near surface, so our temperatures really won't drop much. Normally we'll get a good drop this time of year in temperatures, but we'll still be in the upper 60s, low 70s. Tomorrow again, still that summer regime over us, and it's a high pressure system that's just dominating, kind of a pancaking the area, so there just can't be any development of anything. So temperatures will be basically from 90 to 95 across the area, and heat index values still near 100 or hotter. Then as we look on into Thursday morning, we'll be in the upper 60s to near 70. Then as we go through the daytime hours, we'll be back in the hot range of low 90s. So again, we're going off just a degree or two. And finally, by the time we get into Friday, we start to see something changing. Not much in the morning, but during the afternoon, temperatures still hot, but not as hot. And that is the beginning of what will be a storm system that will gradually try to move in as we go on into late Saturday. But Saturday morning, warm. Saturday afternoon, Showers and storms finally forming, so it's going to take till Saturday afternoon or evening before most of the rain gets to Tulsa. If you're west of Tulsa, could be earlier in the day on Saturday. And take a look at the extended forecast we're talking about for the state fair. Temperatures should be above normal still, and we're still looking at it to be wetter than normal. So those are the two things for the Tulsa State Fair that stand out right now. In the meantime, tonight 85, warm, humid, not much of air, 72, another warm to mild start, warm for this time of year. Toasty lunchtime, heat index values already in the 90s, and the forecast looks like this. 90s expected right on through Friday, and then a chance of thunderstorms or rain coming in Saturday night and Sunday. Best chance will be Sunday and then ending sometime Monday into Tuesday. Notice much cooler by Monday and Tuesday. That's a look at your 7-day planner. Back to you.
That's a big difference. Thank you, Travis. Well, coming up at 6, video you'll only see right here as Rick Wells shows us pieces from the Bob Dylan archives before they go on display in Tulsa.
But next to 5, an Oklahoma woman says a car fire led to one of the greatest moments of her life.
Hey Tulsa, come on down to the Price is Right contestant search.
Auditions held October 4th.
2 lucky winners will fly to LA, and 1 will get a chance to be a contestant on the show.
Try out for the Price is Right at Hard Rock Casino Tulsa, October 4th.
The 2017s are here, so every 2016 must be sold. Hurry to Jim Norton Toyota for huge model year-end savings on hundreds of remaining 2016 Toyotas. Hurry, take 0 for 60 and save over $9,100 on Tundra. Or take 0 for 60 and save over $5,900 on RAV4. And you always get a lifetime engine warranty at no extra charge at Jim Norton Toyota, 9809 South Memorial, where T-Town gets Toyota.
A lot has been said about the 2016 Chevrolet Camaro. Though most are just left speechless.
Find your tag and get 16% of MSRP cash back on select remaining 2016 Camaro vehicles in stock. That's over $7,200 cash back on this Chevy Camaro.
At Mathis Brothers, you'll find more quality and a bigger selection of bedroom furniture right here in our showroom than you'll find if you shop the entire state. With all the latest looks from names like Bernhardt, Hooker, Ashley, Stanley, and dozens of others. On our floor so you can see it in person, touch it, and imagine how it will look and fit in your bedroom. All in stock, ready for pickup or delivery at the guaranteed lowest price, only at Mathis Brothers, just north of 71st on Highway 169.
When the lights come on and the stadium's full, you know it's football season in Oklahoma. Right now, score big at Jim Glover Nissan with free oil changes for life and more with the Glover Guarantee.
Drive away in a 2016 Murano or Pathfinder, your choice for only $25,999 or just $349 a month. Or get a 2016 Altima for only $17,999 or 0 down and only $239 a month.
Come experience Oklahoma's fastest growing Nissan dealer. I'll see you on the showroom at Jim Glover Nissan, I-44 Memorial.
A well put together man is said to be sharp. At GMC, we get why people appreciate that kind of precision. After all, precision is the kind of sharp that slices through a crowd. This is the precision of professional grade. It's the GMC 2016 model year sell down. Now get 20% below MSRP on select Sierra 1500 models in stock. That's over $10,300 on this Sierra SLT Crew. See your Oklahoma GMC team.
Hey Tulsa, come on down to the Price is Right contestant search.
Auditions held October 4th.
2 lucky winners will fly to LA, and 1 will get a chance to be a contestant on the show.
Try out for the Price is Right at Hard Rock Casino Tulsa, October 4th.
A Tahlequah firefighter went above and beyond to ask his girlfriend to marry him.
Zach Frazier and some other folks all were in on it together. So they rigged his girlfriend's parents' truck to start smoking, and then an officer pulled him over, and she and her mom and said, "Hey, your truck is on fire." Well, of course, the fire truck arrived. Her dad was disguised as a firefighter, and of course, Zach drops to one knee and pops the question. The fire was fake, and it was all for love.
What a great idea. Congratulations, by the way, and thank you for joining us.
Good night.
We buy trucks
At the all-new Jim Norton Chevy in Broken Arrow, we're buying hundreds of pre-owned trucks. Any truck, every truck, any make, any model, any condition. Jim Norton Chevy wants your truck and will pay top dollar cash on the spot. You'll get a free written accurate appraisal in less than 15 minutes. Good for 7 days or 100 miles. We buy trucks at the all-new Jim Norton Chevy. Jim Norton Chevy in Broken Arrow.
This scares a lot of people, as it should. Cleaning gutters is not just a messy chore, but a dangerous one. I'm Andy, and I install Leaf Guard gutters. They're covered, one piece, and do not have to be cleaned out, ever. And you never climb up and down this ladder again. Good deal?
With this level of intelligence, it's a supercomputer. With this grade of protection, it's a fortress. And with this standard of luxury, it's an oasis. Introducing the completely redesigned E-Class. It's everything you need it to be, and more. Lease the E300 for $549 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
The Honda Take Home a CR-V sales event is here with incredible deals. Loaded with standard features like Pandora compatibility, a multi-angle rear view camera, and plenty of cargo space. It's no wonder the CR-V was named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Buy for 2016. Hurry into the Honda Take Home a CR-V sales event and get a great deal today.
Snow's Furniture continues to be the furniture leader in Tulsa. Snow's Furniture is the very best prices in Tulsa with the blowout event going on now. Markdowns in every department. It's our biggest event of the year. Beautiful furniture at the very best price. It's Snow's blowout event. No credit check financing available. Free 90-day layaway and 0% interest. And remember, buy it by 3 p.m. and get it delivered today. Snow's Furniture, 851 South Sheridan. We want to be your furniture store.
The early warning about the bombing suspect. What Ahmad Rahimi's father told the authorities 2 years ago, and why that case was closed. Also tonight, the Wells Fargo fraud scandal. The top man at the bank is called to account.
I am deeply sorry that we failed to fulfill on our responsibility to our customers.
The costly mistake AAA says that millions are making when they fill their gas tank. And Brangelina, it's all over. Hollywood's ultimate power couple splits.
This is the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley.
Tonight, as doctors treat Ahmad Rahami for gunshot wounds, prosecutors filed federal terrorism charges against him. Earlier today, we learned that the man arrested in the weekend bombings in New York City and Seaside Park, New Jersey, had been at one time on the FBI's radar. Homeland Security correspondent Jeff Pegues begins our coverage.
2 years before the bombings, Ahmad Khan Rahami's father says he warned police that his son might be a terrorist.
I called the FBI 2 years ago. And what did you tell them? I told them you got a connection with this guy.
A senior law enforcement official tells CBS News that Rahami's father, Mohammed, called his son a terrorist during a heated argument.